Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
and justly
perform all duties
of the office of mayor according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you very much.
Well, I do have one for deputy mayor.
Do I open the floor to the committee to nominate for deputy mayor for the year 2016?
Would you nominate Mustafi?
Can I second it? You can. Second, Liz, you can second yourself.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Well, first of all, before I do my State of the Union address, I want to thank you all for coming out on the first official winter night we've had. We could have staved it off a couple of days, but I want to wish you all a happy new year and thank you for your encouragement and your support. And here you are. Also, before, I would like to introduce two people in the audience who are very important to us. Our former State Assemblywoman, Donna Simon. Would you stand up, please? And our new State Assemblyman, Andrew Zwicker. Andrew, would you stand up, please? Thank you both for coming. Thank you for your leadership and all you've done for us, and you're next. Every year at our reorganization meeting, we take a moment to look back on the year just passed and then look forward to the year ahead of us. Before we do that, though, I would like to congratulate committee person Liz Duffy on her re-election and welcome newly elected committee person Ben Smith. We're looking forward to working together. Also, I want to take a moment to thank Tom Moriema for all of his efforts for Readington Township. He has helped keep Readington the great place it is. Tom, enjoy your leisure, but remember, we still have your phone number. The year 2015 was relatively calm, although there are still big issues in front of us. The future of Solberg Airport remains at the top of the list. The township lost the lower court case and now must decide whether or not to appeal. That decision is awaiting a decision on how much the Solbergs owe in back taxes, among other considerations. Also, the state Supreme Court issued a decision which abolished COA and set new numbers for municipalities across the state to provide affordable housing. This township has always complied with our requirements, and we are drafting plans to continue to comply. The future of the Merck property is still undecided as well. Although there is a contract purchaser, no final contract has been signed as far as we know. We stand ready to work with any owner to find a use or uses for that property, which will be in the best interests of Readington. Residents continue to move into the Toll Brothers active adult community on Route 22, and Mark Hartman's mixed-use development next door continues to make progress. The affordable housing units in the rear building on that property are already fully occupied. Several new businesses have opened this past year, including Walgreens Pharmacy, Black River Coffee Roasters, Tender Hill Restaurant, and the Farmer and the Chickpea along Route 22. We also now have both a Verizon and a Sprint store. King's Supermarket indicated a strong commitment to Readington by completely redoing their store. And for the grand reopening, I got to cut a pasta braid, not a red ribbon, but a pasta braid. And Janet Rolero expanded her Healthy You fitness business, moving across Route 22 to the Flath building. As always, I encourage you all to support these and all of our local businesses. The best way to keep existing businesses here and attract new ones is to patronize them. The Transco pipeline dug its way through the township in 2015, and I'm sure we're glad to see the land restored and the noise and dirt gone. I would like to thank committee person John Roten for his diligence in shepherding that project and being on top of complaints and problems. Thank you, John. Because of the mild fall and early winter weather, our Public Works Department was able to continue road work long past when it usually has to stop. My efforts at enhanced communication, i.e. a mayor's newsletter, were partially successful. I was hoping for 4 issues, we got out 2. We're going to do 4 this year. The committee's most important job for 2016 is, as always, to deliver the best services to our residents in the most cost-effective way possible. We have a wonderful workforce in Readington Township, talented, committed, and professional, on whom we rely to get this work done. Readington Township is also very fortunate to have a virtual army of dedicated volunteers who, working together, make Readington the special place to live that it is. We want to thank all of them for their efforts. And I would just like to note, if you all missed it in the Readington News, that at our annual volunteer dinner in November, we celebrated 6 volunteers who have volunteered for Readington for 50 years or more. I was just little then, maybe. As always, we are all interested in your comments and your suggestions, and so we look forward to a great 2016. Thank you. All right, the first resolution, do I have a motion to move the resolution for the 2016 appointments?
I move to approve the 2016 appointments.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll vote. Vita, would you do a roll call?
Sure.
Madam Mayor, if I might, I'd like to make a comment. I'm going to vote against this resolution for one reason, and that's kind of the same reason that I expressed, I think, at this reorganization last year, specifically with respect to the appointments to the various boards and committees. Again, this year, 40% of the elected township committeemen were not consulted whatsoever on these appointments. And I think that's a disservice to the community, a disservice to this board, and for that reason I'll be voting no on the appointments.
Thank you for your input, John. I would like to state that there are very few new people appointed. They're mostly re-ups, people who have done a fine job on the committees and organizations and choose to continue. So, as I said, we celebrate our volunteers. I don't routinely remove volunteers who have done their job and have continued to work hard for the township. So, all right.
Information, since we already voted for this for deputy mayor under separate vote, should we strike it from this resolution?
No, it has to be in the
It has
resolution.
to be there. Okay. All right, Vita, would you do a roll call, please?
Sure. Mr. Brighton? Mrs. Duffy? Yes. Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Ford?
Yes. 2016 committee appointments by the mayor. Do I have a motion to approve committee liaison? I can't say that word. Liaisons.
I would move to approve the 2016 committee assignments.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, Rita.
Mr. Burton,
Yes.
Mrs. Duffy.
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mayor Ford.
Yes. All right, the rest of the items 3 through 12 are part of the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, Rita.
Mr. Burton,
Yes.
Mrs. Duffy.
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mayor Ford.
Yes. All right, there is no correspondence, there is no old business, there is no new business. So we are going to adjourn for probably about a half an hour, maybe not that long, into executive session, and then we will come back for comments from the public and to adjourn. If any of you can't wait that long, thank you for coming. Do I have a motion to go into executive?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Aye, opposed? Crap.